Houston is a different place today than it would have been without Terry Hershey.
Terry Hershey was green long before green was cool. She truly is a force of nature.
President Bush called her a force of nature. I would rather call her a force for nature.
Terry Hershey has had an impact on the environment and those who care about the environment for almost 50 years.
Of course, she's most known for her victory over Buffalo Bio in the Corps of Engineers.
And people had the idea, they didn't mean to do wrong, nobody knows beans about hydrology.
President Bush was a freshman member of Congress at the time, and Terry convinced him that not only was it wasteful to spend millions of dollars channelizing Buffalo Bio, but that it would destroy the character of one of Houston's loveliest natural assets.
I've learned over the years something about fluvial geomorphology. Now, I didn't start out knowing it. I'm a philosophy major, and I had some common sense, and I looked at a river and said, that's a horrible thing to do to it. May I add, that was the reaction to Congressman George Bush when he looked at the plan to channelize Buffalo Bio. He said, what a terrible thing to do to a river.
You will still be able to access dedicated funds.
It was Terry's affinity for parks that led Governor Ann Richards to appoint her to the Texas Parks and Wildlife Commission in 1991.
You go to the park and walk around and you come back with an emotional experience, and maybe you're not quite as frantic as you were before you went out with the trees and the birds.
She brought to that board an emphasis on parks which had not been there before, and it was sadly lacking.
Her tenure was not without controversy. During her very first commission meeting, her trademark candor caused her and the governor some grief.
The first meeting that she attended was the spring meeting in which we used to consider the wildlife regulations, the bag limits and the seasons and those kind of things. And it went on and on and on all day long.
And Terry said something like, if y'all talk about hunting one more time, I'm gonna throw up.
I think people missed the point of it with my unfortunate phrasing.
And all the reporters sitting on the front row raced to the payphones.
Here I had appointed this totally insane woman.
Well, Ann Richards once said too late, she learned that nothing is funny when you see it in print.
Terry Hershey did a fabulous job for the people of Texas, for our heritage, for the future that our children will enjoy in this state, because she was a woman who cared.
So soon we're history, so we have to seize the moment.
Terry Hershey, a force of nature and a force for nature.